Hi, my little bookworms. How are you guys? Today we have a really fun book. It's called Sammy Spider's First Passover, and it's written by, look, the library sticker's blocking the author's name, so we're going to have to take a peek inside to see who the author is and to thank the author. Okay, so Sammy Spider's First Passover by Sylvia, Rouss, and Catherine Kahn. So big thank you to Sylvia and Catherine for this book. And inside we have, look, it says a book of shapes. Do you guys know what shapes these are? We have 3 different shapes. We have, what's this one right here? The 3 sides. We have the, if you guessed triangle, you're right. And we have this one, a circle. And then we have our last shape. What's that? A square. Good job. Are you guys ready to see who's reading with us today? Who could it be? You guys want a little peek? I'll give you a clue. Ooh, what is that? Wait a second. What's this book about again? Sammy Spider. We've got a spider here. And we've got something that looks a little bit like a... Could it be a web? Oh my goodness, it's a, oh, what's that? It's a spider web with a matzah? What is matzah doing in a spider web? I've never seen matzah in a spider web. We better get started on this book and see what this is all about. That is funny. What is this spider up to? Let's get started. All right. Hold on. Sammy Spider was fast asleep in his web high up on the Shapiro's living room ceiling. As the warm spring sun shone through an open window, Sammy snuggled deeper into his cozy web. A sudden swishing noise startled him awake. "Mother!" he screamed. "A monster has broken our web!" Oh no! Sammy scurried across the ceiling and hid in a corner. Mrs. Spider hurried to comfort him. "Don't worry, Sammy. That monster is just called a broom, and Mr. Shapiro is using it to dust the ceiling." You see the daddy? He's cleaning the ceiling. Each spring, the Shapiros give their house a special cleaning to prepare for Passover. Springtime is the perfect time for us to make a new web. "I don't know how to make a web," Sammy said sadly. "I'm going to teach you," said his mother, giving him a big hug. "Will we celebrate Passover too?" asked Sammy. "Silly little Sammy," laughed Mrs. Spider. "Spiders don't celebrate Passover. Spiders spin webs. We begin by spinning 1 thread. Then we spin a 2nd and a 3rd. Finally, we spin a 4th to make a square." So look, the mama spider is teaching Sammy Spider how to make a square. But Sammy wasn't listening. "What is Mr. Shapiro putting on the table?" he asked. "That's called matzah," Mrs. Spider replied. "Tonight is the first night of Passover, and the Shapiros will have a special meal called a Seder." Then Mrs. Shapiro brought in a big platter with a roasted egg and bone, parsley, charosette, and bitter herbs. "That's called a Seder plate," Mrs. Spider explained. "The Shapiros will eat special foods at their Seder." "Do spiders eat special foods for Passover?" asked Sammy. "Silly little Sammy," answered his mother. "Spiders don't celebrate Passover. Spiders eat flies and other insects, and to catch them we spin a web, and I need your help. Watch me attach a circle to the inside of our web." So look, she's showing her baby how to make a circle in the web. Let's check on our Sammy the Spider. Oh, wait a second. I thought his mom just said that spiders eat... Wait a second. She said spiders eat flies and other insects, that they don't eat Passover. They don't eat the Passover meal. But wait a second, our spider ate matzah. Oh my goodness. He's hungry. Look at that big bite he took. Silly little Sammy Spider. Okay. But Sammy wasn't listening. He was hovering on a silky strand above the table. You see Sammy up there? Let's see. He was watching the Shapiros at their Seder. Crunch went the matzah as Mr. Shapiro broke it in half. Sammy watched him wrap one of the broken pieces in a bright red napkin. Okay, so I have my little helper here, and she is going to break a piece of matzah. Come here, put your little hands right here. Ready? Here she goes. Oh, good job breaking that matzah. Thanks. All right, so now we broke some matzah too. All right. When Josh wasn't looking, let's see. When Josh wasn't looking, Mr. Shapiro hid it on top of the bookcase. Sammy climbed back up to the ceiling. See him back up at the ceiling up there? Mother, he asked, why did Mr. Shapiro hide the matzah? It's called Afikomen, Mrs. Spider answered. After the meal, Josh will try to find it. If he does, he'll get a prize. That sounds like a fun game. What fun, Sammy said. Can I play too? Silly little Sammy, said his mother. Spiders don't celebrate Passover. Spiders spin webs. And I really, really need your help to spin a triangle inside of the circle. But Sammy wasn't listening. He looked longingly at the hidden Afikomen. All right, sighed Mrs. Spider. You may watch the Seder for a while. Sammy quickly crossed the ceiling and stopped right above the bookshelf as Josh finished reciting the 4 questions. He listened as the family sang Passover songs and took turns reading the story of Moses, who led the Jews to freedom. Wow, look at this big meal they have. Oops. The Shapiros began their Seder meal. Sammy had never seen so much food. That is a lot of food. Looks yummy. At last, it was time to search for the Afikomen. Sammy wished he could help, but he remembered his mother's words. Spiders don't celebrate Passover. Oh, he wants to celebrate Passover so bad. Swinging from a strand of webbing, look, there he is. See the little web up there? He watched as Josh searched every corner of the room. So look, Josh is searching everywhere for the matzah. See? When Josh neared the bookshelf, Sammy got excited. Something shiny caught Josh's eye. It was an amazing little web with a beautiful Jewish star inside. Wow, breathed Josh as he went closer to look. He spotted the Afikomen just below the glistening web. See, there it is. There's the red napkin that his daddy wrapped up. And there's Sammy. Wow, I found it, he squealed. Look at that beautiful Jewish star that Sammy made in his web. That is so cool. Sammy glowed with pride. I did it, Mother. I helped Josh find the Afikomen. And you also spun a beautiful web, Mrs. Shapiro answered. You used all the shapes that I taught you. Remember the shapes at the beginning of the book? The triangle and the circle and the square? He used all of those to make that beautiful web. In his excitement, Sammy didn't even know that he had spun a web. As he looked back at the bookshelf, he beamed. It was easy, Mother. You make a square, a circle, and a triangle. Then you pass over with another triangle, and that's how spiders celebrate Passover. Oh, look how happy he is. So he was telling his mama how he made the Jewish star, and so the square, the circle, and the triangle, and then you pass over with another triangle, and that's how he did it. That is so clever. What a clever little spider. He found a way to celebrate Passover. Let's check on our little Sammy. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Sammy ate the whole matzah and he grew. He was just a tiny spider a couple minutes ago. Oh my goodness. Wow, Sammy, you really grew. Maybe he ate the whole Passover meal when I wasn't looking. Oh my goodness. Well, I know that big matzah was gone because he was much smaller than the matzah. Now he's really, really big. Whoa. Well, I hope you guys like this book, Sammy Spider's First Passover. And if you're celebrating Passover, happy Passover. Thanks so much, and come read with us again soon. All right. And if you see any spider webs, see if you can find any beautiful design in them, because spiders are really true artists. Next time you see one, take a peek. All right. Bye, guys. Thank you again.